It's recap time. 3, 2. Hey, quick interruption, Future Chip here. If you're coming from the previous video and you already know the drill, you can skip directly to the recap. Otherwise, if this is your first time, I'll let you with the intro and enjoy the episode. 1. Hello everybody and welcome to the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host Chip and this is not my usual intro. This is a bit of a special episode. Unfortunately, I will be away for a few days and I found out this interesting way of filling the gaps with recaps from previous episodes. If this is your first time here, use it as an opportunity to find topics that you might be interested in and go back to listen to the original ones. If you are a usual listener of the Shower Podcast, well, again, this might be a rehearsal of topics that you might be interested in. Otherwise, I understand if you want to wait for me to be back. But in the meanwhile, the podcast needs to continue and we need to reach day 365. Having said that, I will not keep you longer. Thank you very much for listening. As always, a like and a subscribe. They are always welcome. And now, recap time.
Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise to bring you the insights that, well, really matter.
Straight to the point.
Exactly. And today we're doing something a bit different. We're taking a deep dive into the mind of one creator, our friend Chip, and his really interesting shower podcast.
Yeah, it's quite a unique format, isn't it? Just these recorded thoughts.
It really is. So we picked out 5 episodes starting from 177. We'll walk you through the main ideas, the key takeaways, and maybe some memorable bits directly from Chip.
And of course, if any of this catches your interest, you should definitely go listen to Chip's full episodes. There's a lot more context there.
Absolutely. So let's jump in and explore some of that unexpected wisdom Chip finds.
It's pretty amazing how much clarity can come from just letting your mind wander, you know? Chip takes these everyday things and pulls out these practical lessons.
He really does. Okay, so first up, episode 177, it's called Mesmerizing. And it's all about that feeling of being completely captivated when you see someone who's just incredible at what they do. Chip sees it as like a 2-part thing. Finding these people, but also wanting to be that kind of person yourself.
And he's pretty blunt about how you find them. Basically, you need to get uncomfortable.
Right.
Step outside your usual routine, go to events, actually talk to people. He stresses asking real questions, showing genuine interest. Apparently, taking that initiative is pretty rare.
Which makes it memorable, I guess.
Exactly. People notice when you make that effort.
That makes sense. It's easy to just hang back. But then the other side, how do you become mesmerizing? That's the tough part.
Yeah, and Chip's take is that it's about serious, deliberate practice, like really going after your goals directly.
Not just kind of hoping for it.
No, he says it needs deep interest, real perseverance. It's not a casual thing. And often when you feel mesmerized by someone, there's that little voice inside, wishing you could have that same impact.
It's like that awe inspires you to try harder yourself.
Precisely. And that drive, that intrinsic thing seems key.
He actually shares a great story in this one. He went to this AWS cybersecurity event in Zurich.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he ends up having dinner with an ETH professor, the CISO of Salesforce, and this AWS principal scientist working on AI and cybersecurity.
Wow, that's some serious brain power at one table.
Right, and he just describes being totally mesmerized by their, quote, super nerdy stuff. It's such a great picture of just being genuinely impressed.
And that feeling, that inspiration, it can be such a powerful Kickstarter for your own growth personally and professionally.
Totally. It really pushes you, which actually leads perfectly into the next episode we looked at.
Okay.
Episode 178 called You Know What? It flows right from meeting these inspiring people because it's about, well, what do you do then? How do you speak up?
The classic hesitation. We've all been there, right? Got something to say, but don't.
Exactly. And Chip talks about his own journey with this. He was apparently a really outgoing kid, then became more introverted in middle school, high school. Always had things to say, but couldn't get them out.
Interesting. So how did he change that?
High school theater. He said it helped him kind of boom his extroverted side again. His big realization. People don't care nearly as much as you think they do about what you say or do.
That's actually really freeing, isn't it? Letting go of that self-consciousness.
It really is. But we still have those moments thinking, oh, I should have said that.
Oh, constantly. And Chip has a practical fix for that, which I thought was quite clever. He calls it the agenda of unspoken things.
Right. Straight after an event, while it's fresh.
Do you just write down everything you wish you'd said or done? Like literally list it out. Verbal stuff, actions you missed.
And the idea is by tracking it, you start seeing patterns.
Exactly. You get data on yourself, basically. It builds accountability and hopefully the confidence to actually do it next time. Chip says the more you're going to do it, the easier it's going to get.
It's like practice for social interaction, building that muscle.
Mm-hmm. And he shared a story about this too, didn't he? On a tram.
Oh yeah, the tram in Switzerland. He started chatting with some Italian speakers about pizza, made a connection.
Which is already a win, stepping out there.
Totally. But then he just stood there silently and didn't ask for their contact info. And he said it kind of bugged him afterwards.
See, even small things, they stick with you. It's all that mental energy wasted on what ifs.
Definitely. His point about just acting to free up that mental space makes a lot of sense. And speaking of improving or, getting better at things, that brings us to episode 179.
Just get good.
Yep. And this one ties into the others because it's about how you approach getting better, whether it's becoming mesmerizing or just finding the confidence to speak.
He's sort of redefining that phrase, isn't he? Just get good can sound a bit dismissive sometimes.
Especially in gaming, yeah. He nods to that. But he contrasts it with trying to be the best.
Right. He sees being the best as potentially obsessive, leading to pressure, burnout. Eventually, you might even hate the thing you loved.
Whereas just get good, for Chip, it's about passion. It's natural progress with practice, with study. It sounds, healthier, more sustainable.
And the real goal, he argues, isn't just the skill itself. It's about feeling good. When you get good at something through passion, using that skill feels genuinely positive.
So the reward is internal satisfaction, not just external results.
Exactly. It shifts the focus. And he says this applies to anything, not just games or sports, like being a friend or your job.
Just get good at it through genuine effort and interest.
Yeah. And there's huge satisfaction when that practice effort works out, brings joy, gets noticed maybe.
It really makes you think.
Yeah.
What are you pursuing with real passion versus just, ambition?
That's a good question for all of us, I think. What are we genuinely trying to get good at for the love of it?
Definitely something to ponder. And if you are pursuing something or building connections, Chip's next episode, 180, Don't Get Attached, offers a really interesting angle on how to value those things.
Ah, yes. This one's about impermanence.
Right. The idea that assuming things will last forever actually makes you value them less.
It's a bit counterintuitive at first, maybe, but his point is that things change, often really fast, and usually outside our control.
You like to think we have it all sorted, but
Yeah, the problems start when we just assume everything will keep working, everyone will always be there, nothing can go wrong. That's setting yourself up.
he uses the tech example, which is so relatable. Your laptop dies, your phone breaks,
Your headphones vanish.
and suddenly your whole routine feels like it's collapsing because you just assumed that thing would always be there. You got attached to the assumption of permanence.
We've all felt that panic, right? Wi-Fi down, phone dead right when you need it.
Totally. So Chip's core idea isn't don't enjoy things. It's more like see everything as having a kind of expiry date.
A limit.
Yeah. And knowing something is finite actually makes each moment with it more valuable. Finite things just feel more precious than infinite ones, which don't really exist anyway.
It makes sense. You appreciate it more because it won't last forever.
He even applies it to relationships. Assuming a friend is always there can make you take them for granted, maybe. Whereas actively valuing them keeps the connection strong.
That continuous effort, acknowledging their presence.
And his own trigger for this episode was apparently his camera memory card filling up mid-shoot.
Ah, the production process nightmare.
Exactly. Threw off his whole workflow, and he just says, dryly, spoiler alert, things change. It's classic Chip. Understated, but hits home.
It really flips the script.
Yeah.
How can embracing that impermanence actually make you appreciate life more deeply?
Powerful stuff. Okay, one last episode from Chip's shower thoughts for today. Episode 181. Not that bad.
This one feels like a really practical, grounding conclusion to the series.
I thought so too. It follows nicely from Don't Get Attached to Perfect Processes. This one's about all those tiny daily annoyances.
The little frictions that we tend to dismiss, right? Nah, it's not that bad.
Exactly. Chip's point is, one little thing might be fine, but when it's recurring, like every single day,
They pile up.
yeah, and your background level of frustration just slowly rises without you even noticing. He uses the analogy of constantly tripping on the same step every day. You hate it, but you do nothing.
Oh, I know that feeling. That one squeaky drawer, or the slow computer boot up.
Yeah.
You tell yourself, it's fine, I'll sort it later. But later never comes.
And the consequences, Chip argues, aren't trivial. This background noise, this accumulated frustration, can actually slow you down on big tasks.
Makes you tired, irritable, less focused.
Because these little things are lurking in the shadows, messing with you, even if you don't consciously connect the dots. He even mentioned his own experience with overtraining.
Right, he felt unproductive but couldn't figure out why.
Turns out it was the small, recurring physical strain adding up. Our bodies and minds register this stuff, even if we try to ignore it. So what's the fix? Chip gives 2 steps. First, acknowledge it.
Don't just brush it off, notice it. Be present with the annoyance. Maybe even write it down, hold it accountable, as he says.
And second, avoid it. Actively find a way around it.
Yeah, make a change. Even a small sacrifice, like leaving 5 minutes earlier to avoid that traffic bottleneck, or just fixing the damn squeaky drawer.
It sounds simple, but taking action on those small things can seriously reclaim your peace and probably your productivity too.
It's really about managing your daily energy more mindfully, isn't it? Those not that bad things can be a huge hidden drain.
Absolutely. So wrapping this all up, what's the big picture from these 5 episodes?
Well, we've gone from being inspired by others to finding our own voice to approaching improvement with passion, valuing things because they don't last forever.
And finally, to tackling those tiny daily frustrations that hold us back. It's quite a journey through self-awareness and practical ways to grow.
Yeah, this dive into Chip's Shower podcast really shows that insights can pop up anywhere. And often growth comes from those small shifts in how we see things and what we choose to do.
It definitely makes you think. Which leads to our final thought for you today. In your own life, what's one small, not that bad friction you could acknowledge and maybe even remove this week? What ripple effect might that create?
Something to consider.
Indeed. Well, thank you for joining us for this special deep dive. We really appreciate your curiosity and your time.
See you tomorrow.